China Global Television Network.
Nigerian authorities say it's not clear how many people are missing after Boko Haram insurgents hijacked a bus. The bus was traveling from Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State, to Gwoza, where the ambush happened. CGTN's Kelechi Emekalam has more.
The actual number of those kidnapped is not yet established, but survivors of the attack are estimating at least 20 could have been taken hostage. Besides the bus, 2 other vehicles were also attacked. Several passengers escaped with injuries, while more than a dozen others, mostly women, were captured. A soldier was reportedly killed in the attack. The hijack comes days after the insurgents killed at least 48 soldiers in an attack on a military post close to Niger border with Nigeria. The attack contradicts claims by the government that stability is returning to the northeast. President Muhammadu Buhari is seeking re-election into office, and defeating Boko Haram will greatly aid his campaign next year. To reinforce the claim that peace has returned to the northeast, his government has announced it will begin repatriation of more than 50,000 refugees from neighboring Niger. Kelechi Emekalam, CGTN Abuja, Nigeria.
Now let's get you more on this story. I'm joined from Abuja by CGTN's Phil Ehaza. Phil, the security situation in Maiduguri is still worrying. What's the latest on this abduction by Boko Haram militants?
Oh, thank you, Karen. It's rather unfortunate that we're hearing yet another attack, this time in the northern part of Nigeria. And the fact that is even disturbing is to look at the fact that, I mean, there's even an abduction of between 10 to 20 people in the northeastern part of Nigeria, Borno State to be precise. You know, we've had eyewitness describe this attack. We've had relatives of the victims, security personnel, and even a Nigerian lawmaker describe how that commercial vehicles, not one, about 2, 3, were ambushed by attackers who have semblance of the Boko Haram sect, which have, you know, caused a lot of havoc in the northern part of the country, claiming over 30,000 lives and displacing over 2 million people. Now, they were on their way from the capital, Maiduguri, that's the capital of Borno State, which is 100 kilometers to Gwoza. They were on their way to Gwoza, a town, you know, when they were attacked and ambushed. Now, there were shots fired. Even reports say a soldier was killed, you know, and it's really disturbing the fact that this is happening in Maiduguri, the northern part of the country. Gwoza, if you recall, is one of the most affected since the onslaught of the Boko Haram sect in 2009.
Well, Phil, as you say, 10 to 20 people abducted. What are authorities doing to secure the release of these bus passengers?
Well, so far, Karen, we haven't really gotten an official statement as regards this particular attack from the relevant authorities. You know, I mean, a few hours before this attack, that's the latest or the last time we've heard an official statement from the Army. That's the Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Texas Chukwu, when he reiterated the fact that the Army overwhelmed, you know, Boko Haram militants and even claimed the lives of a lot of them in the northern part this time of Borno State. Gwoza is in the eastern part of Borno State where this latest attack happened. But this official statement, the last we heard of the Brigadier General, was in the northern part of Borno State where lots of the militants were killed, live ammunitions were recovered, and over 150 cattle were also recovered and you know, sent back to their owners after investigations. But it is possible that investigations are going on. You know, the Army right now might be you know, doing its bit to ensure that the authenticity of this report, first of all, is verified before they can, go about the official statement. But I'm sure that very soon we're standing by to hear what is the latest about the victims, their whereabouts, the hideouts of these Boko Haram militants, and we're hoping that they will be found as well.
Okay, thank you for that. That was CGTN's Phil Ehaza there in Abuja for us on the latest abduction by Boko Haram militants in Nigeria.